Good morning, students. Looking at these beautiful, happy children, we all feel happy, isn't it? Our life becomes meaningful with emotions. They make our life colorful. How you handle and express your emotions will make your life purposeful and meaningful. Emotion is defined as a combination of bodily arousal, expressive behavior, thoughts, and feelings. Look at all four pictures. We can see how different emotions have aroused them. They are able to express their feelings through their expressions. Historically, different theories have tried to understand the relationship between our emotions, thinking, and behavior. Let us study some of the theories. First one, James Lange theory. They believed that we experience emotion because of our physiological arousal. So, according to them, we don't cry because we feel sad, but we feel sad because we cry. Second theory is Cannon-Barre's theory. They say that only physiological arousal will not lead to experiencing a particular emotion because we may experience the same physiological arousal, but some emotions can be different. For example, we not only cry when we are sad, but also when we are surprised, when we are happy. The happy tears are also there. So according to them, we experience physiological arousal simultaneously but yet separately. Next here is, now look at this picture. Here you can see the stimulus is there. Physiological arousal is experienced by the individual and then the person experiences emotion. This is what James Lange says. The Cannon-Barre theory argues that we experience physiological arousal and emotion one and the same time. Schachter-Singer two-factor theory. Now, according to this theory, our physiological arousal will interact with our thinking and then we will experience emotion. Let us see the picture. For example, the stimulus is a threatening grizzly bear is approaching. Now, what happens in arousal? Heart pounding, trembling, sweating, and then person thinks of running away. What happens at cognitive level? He tells himself, I'm afraid of that bear. And what happens at emotion level? Emotion level, person experiences fear. There is a hypothesis called as facial feedback hypothesis. According to this hypothesis, our facial expressions provide feedback to our brain concerning our emotion. Facial expressions are not only the result of our emotions but are also capable of influencing our emotions. So students, remember, smiling more frequently over a period of time can in fact make you more happier. Now let us think about the all three theories. James Lange theory, it talks about the event, arousal, interpretation of the individual and then emotion. Cannon-Barre theory says that there is an event, arousal and emotion at the same time. Schachter-Singer theory talks about event is there, arousal is there, person starts reasoning about it and then he experiences emotion. Let us talk about some of the basic emotions. Life is not about being rich, being popular or being best looking, but it is also about being real, being genuine and true to who you are. There are two primary emotions, happiness and sadness. Emotions can be socially appropriate and inappropriate or sometimes even socially obligatory. Now what does it mean? Suppose for example when you attend a funeral, you are expected to behave in a particular manner. Okay, Ekman has suggested 6 basic types of emotion. The first one is happiness. Students, happiness is the most positive emotion which we all experience. And it is also associated with satisfaction, contentment and joy. It is closely related to your physiological well-being, health and longevity. Then comes sadness. As we experience happiness, we also experience sadness from time to time. Even though it is very normal and natural to be sad at times, continuous sadness in life can turn the person to be a depressed person. Of course, there are some strategies through which you can deal with your sadness which will make your life more emotionally stable. Next emotion is anger. Look at the pictures. Anger is a very powerful emotion which includes hostility, agitation, and frustration. Anger is often displayed through facial expression, body language, tone of voice, and aggressive behavior. Next is fear. Fear is a powerful emotion which is closely related to our survival from the evolutionary point of view. Fear is also associated with fight or flight response because fear could indicate a threat. Look at the picture how the children are running away from the fearful figure. Next is surprise. Surprise is associated with the physiological state of response after some unexpected event. It can be positive, negative, or neutral also. Just imagine unexpectedly your friends are throwing a party for you just for your success. This is what is surprise. Next is disgust. Disgust evolved as a reaction to foods that might be harmful or fatal. So generally, disgust is more common reaction given to the taste or smell that has gone bad. Look at the children in the picture. What type of expression they are showing. So some other unwanted situation may also give rise to disgust. Students, there are some emotions which are basic and universal, but expression of this emotion all over the world varies from culture to culture. Now look at these pictures. We can see the expression of embarrassment, jealousy, and guilt can be observed over here. We are moving towards Plutchik's model of emotions. This model of emotions have evolved over a period of time for increasing our chance of survival. In his model, he stated that there are 8 basic emotions. How many? 8. Joy, trust, fear, surprise, sadness, anticipation, anger, and disgust. Each primary emotion also has its polar opposites. Students, just remember the color chart that you had in your drawing classes. The combination of 2 colors might give rise to the third one. In similar way, different emotions when they come together, they give rise to the other emotion. Plutchik created the wheel of emotions, which depicts the various relationship among the emotions. The stronger emotion decreases as we move outward and increases as we move towards the center. The color indicates the intensity. The darker the shade, the more intense the emotion. Now this model helps us in understanding how different emotions are related to one another and how they tend to change over a period of time. So students, remember, we need to keep a watch on our emotions, name them appropriately and address them in a healthy way to avoid triggering them in the future. The emotions which are not addressed in a healthy way can be a cause for psychological problem. So it may also lead to unhealthy behavior patterns in future. Now let us see the physiological changes that take place during emotions. Students, emotion is derived from the Latin word emovere, which means stir up or to move. According to David G., human emotion involves 3 things: physiological arousal, expressive behavior, and conscious experience. It works. The physiological changes refer to autonomic reaction that take place in the body due to response to the stimulus. When you see the brain at the cognitive level perceive the stimulus as a dangerous, that is called as cognition. Second, at the emotional level, you experience fear. And at cognition level, you plan to run away. Strong basic emotions like happiness, sadness, fear, anger, etc. are directly linked to the arousal of physiological changes which occur during emotions, especially internal and external. Now let us take an example of your friend, how this internal external works about. Suppose for example, your friend who stood first in elocution competition. You went to congratulate your friend. As you adore your friend for her marvelous or spectacular performance, you look at her expression. She will share how her heart was beating faster, her throat was dry, body was trembling, the way she was sweating. Dear students, this is the way internal and external changes takes place in our body while experiencing different type of emotions. Students, remember that as we are facing stressful challenges in day-to-day life, please practice gratitude, mindfulness, altruism, kindness, empathy, compassion, and all are effective ways of balancing your emotions. So students, today we have learned about what is emotion, its few theories, basic emotions, Plutchik's model of emotion, and how physiological changes takes place during the emotion. Let us go through a quote. It says, "We cannot control what emotions or circumstances we'll experience next, but we can choose how we will respond to them." So remember that responding to different situations plays important role in it's all in your hand. Let us go to assignment. Number 1. Write short notes on James Lange theory, Cannon-Bard theory, Schachter-Singer theory, and Plutchik's model of emotions. Students, please refer to your textbook. Read the lessons very often. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.